all coincidences with real people are random. If they tell you that this is not the case, ignore them. After Thanos used the Infinity Gauntlet, wiping out half of the life in the universe, he decided to retreat from the world, find peace, and finally enjoy his success. He settled on a distant planet where everything breathed silence and tranquility. Dense forests surrounded his sanctuary, and the soft light of 2 moons illuminated the nights. Here, far from wars and suffering, Thanos decided to spend the rest of his life. However, each evening as night fell, Thanos felt something strange. A slight chill crept through his armor, and he felt a heavy gaze, as if someone was watching him from the darkness. He tried to ignore it, attributing it to his troubled conscience. But with each passing day, the feeling grew stronger. Thanos often visited the ruins of an ancient temple located near his new home. This temple, built by forgotten civilizations, was dedicated to gods who, according to legend, brought death and destruction. Thanos felt a connection to this place, as if a part of his destiny was hidden here. One day, wandering through the empty halls of the temple, Thanos stumbled upon an ancient scroll written in a language unknown to him. But strangely, when he touched the scroll, knowledge flooded his mind, as if the information poured directly into his consciousness. The scroll spoke of an ancient curse that could fall upon those who ventured too close to the secrets of eternity. This curse condemned the soul to endless torment, where every sin from the past returned to torment it over and over again. From that moment on, when night fell on the planet, Thanos began to see ghosts. They were distorted images of those he had destroyed. Their faces reflected pain and suffering. They did not speak, but their dead eyes expressed endless hatred. They came every night, getting closer and closer to him. Thanos tried to resist. He focused on meditation, on his thoughts of balance and harmony in the universe. But his mind was gripped by fear. The ghosts were no longer mere visions. They began to affect reality. Strange things started happening in his home. Objects moved by themselves, furniture fell, and mirrors cracked from invisible blows. Each night, Thanos grew weaker. Flashes of pain pierced his body, as if from wounds that didn't exist. He felt his flesh begin to burn under the influence of an invisible fire. His dreams became nightmares, in which he relived his atrocities over and over, but now he was the victim. One night, as Thanos once again tried to find peace by the fire, the ghosts came in such numbers that their shadows filled the entire sky. They surrounded him, and he felt their cold hands touching his skin. They began to drain his life, condemning him to eternal torment. Days turned into nights, and nights became an endless series of horrors. Thanos no longer knew where reality ended and visions began. His mind was on the brink. He tried to find a way out, searching for ways to escape the cursed planet, but his ships were destroyed, and the technology no longer obeyed him. One day, in despair, he returned to the temple. This time he ventured into its depths, where he had never dared to go before. In the heart of the temple, he discovered a massive altar covered in ancient symbols. On the altar lay the Infinity Gauntlet, which he thought he had long destroyed. Thanos couldn't believe his eyes. He knew he had destroyed it to ensure that no one could ever wield its power again. But here it was, as if waiting for him. In desperation, he put on the gauntlet, hoping its power could save him from the curse. But as soon as he wore it, his mind exploded with pain. He realized that the gauntlet was a trap, the final test for the one who dared to challenge the gods. He was consumed by darkness, and his soul was trapped in eternal torment. Now Thanos was alone, surrounded by endless darkness. The ghosts had vanished, but their whispers continued to haunt him, tearing his consciousness apart. His mind was doomed to eternal loneliness, where he was forced to relive all his sins over and over again. He was no longer the mighty Titan, but merely a shadow of his former glory. Eternity became his punishment. Eternity without peace, without solace, without hope. Thanos, who sought eternal balance, had found eternal damnation.